This is my second character history, and I got suggested to do Roxanne, so I really like Roxanne, and I decided, oh, why not do Roxanne? Um, it's a really long story, actually. So recently, I got into Pandora Hearts, and I blame that on my friends. You know who you are. Anyways, I watched it and I fell in love with Xerxes Break. I don't know if that's how you say his first name. I really don't know, but I found him utterly attractive. And I really wanted to make someone who could fall in love with him. Like a secondary me. Roxanne doesn't look too different from how I look. She's got, over the summer I had a red streak in my hair, which is where I put the red streak in her hair, and I like the color black, so I made her dress black and everything. Her hair is brown like mine, and, you know, her eyes are hazelish green, which are mine. Anyways, I wanted her to originally be in love with Break, and she doesn't act like me at all. Like, I'm really sweet. She acts more like my sister. Like, she's just really, you know, standing up for herself and puts herself out there in, like, kind of a bad way if you really think about it. She has a brother, Jace Reynolds, and she had a little sister, Caroline. Caroline died, in a sense. Well, she got sent to Abyss because Roxanne's father, Jared, he drank a lot and used to abuse Roxanne severely, and, you know, it messed her up for, you know, the rest of her life. She never forgot that, and it scarred her. Every time she sees alcohol, she freaks out, and she lost her mother too because of her father, I guess, in a way, because her mother was a chain and sent her father down to Abyss, but Caroline tried to, you know, save them, and she got pulled down too. Roxanne also has a twin sister named Rachel, who Love and Melissa created, actually. Rachel is more the evil side of Roxanne, but is actually pretty personality-wise the same. Yeah. Originally, Roxanne she wasn't exactly nice. She was just nicer and more timid than she is. But then I thought, well, she wants to push people out because she was never really let into a good, loving family. Because even all her uncles didn't really treat her well, and she never saw her mother very much because her mother worked a lot. Even, like, she didn't work a lot. It was more like, because they were rich, and she didn't really work. She more went out a lot just to, like, try to get with Jared, to try to get him to, you know, stop drinking and to stop hurting Roxanne. Obviously that didn't work, and she had to, you know, send them to Abyss. Originally, you know, as I mentioned before, originally she was supposed to be with Xerxes Break. But then, out of random watching Alice's episodes, I grew to love Roman. And, I don't know, I randomly shipped them because, you know, he's a Break character, and I was like, oh, you know, it's funny, why don't we, you know, try this out? We tried it out, and my goodness, we have, like, grown obsessed with it, as you can see. Yeah, so they really worked out pretty nice. Also, originally, Roxanne was supposed to be loved by Darren, and Darren really was supposed to despise Break and, have this hatred for him because he wanted Roxanne, and, they had been friends since they were children, and he never really got that chance, I guess. Roxanne started out in the series kind of helping Annalise, as you can tell. She went and helped her with getting James back out of the sinking world. And really, her parents and the Phantom Hives really despised each other. Like, their ancestors had really bad history, and ever since, the two families hated each other. So yeah, Roxanne does not respect Annalise whatsoever, really. She only helped just to get some reward and tried to actually... Originally, she wanted to get the people in the house, that were helping Annalise to come help her because she had done something heroic or whatever. So yeah, Roxanne is pretty self-centered, but at times she can be very, very childlike when alcohol is around or when her father possesses her brother, because her father knew black magic. It passed down to Jace, and in a way, Jared can still communicate with Jace, and it kind of haunts him. That was kind of a spoiler. I probably shouldn't have said that, but it's true, and it'll be in probably the rest of the series. And Roxanne really, I don't know, she's really special to me because she's more arrogant than the rest of my characters, except maybe for Annalise, because her and Annalise are pretty much similar. They both have younger brothers. They both have someone to take care of them, whether it's Sebastian or Darren. It's really interesting. And I guess I kind of like that they're kind of different sides of the mirror, in a way. Speaking of different sides, Roxanne has an evil side named Raquel. Raquel, she was part of the Sinclair family, not like the vampires with Alice and Dylan and Selena and Sonic, but she was part of the Sinclairs that Xerxes protected. Well, I should probably put quotations around that because he didn't really end up protecting them very well. My poor baby. She died in his arms the day of the siege, which, she had feelings for him. She loved him so much. Ever since she was a child, she loved him. She was the other Sinclair daughter's older sister, but she had died. Not the baby, but Raquel. And her essence went to Abyss because Alice saw potential in her. So she put her in Roxanne because Jared actually let that happen, because Jared wanted, that side of Roxanne that could destroy everything, which is what he had wanted when he was drunk. Jared actually wasn't that bad. When he was sober, he was such an amazing man, and that's how he had Molly. But sadly, Molly's not here anymore. Shortly after Roxanne turned 7, she got pulled into an abyss by her father. And because they have a gate to abyss in their basement, and she heard him calling her, so she went downstairs and went into the basement and opened the gate and went inside, and she stayed down there long enough to turn into a chain like her mother. She already had chain blood, but it wasn't really activated, I guess. So her chain form is a tiger, a black tiger. A very large black tiger. Her mother originally was, no, I can't remember. She was some animal. I think she was the lion. No, she wasn't a lion. I forget what she was. I'd have to look into that. But her mother was a chain, and she passed her chain blood down to Roxanne, which turned her into a chain when she went into abyss. Xerxes had to go save her, and he became her contractor. And she's been, tied to him ever since, and originally, she acts like she doesn't care about him whatsoever. She treats him like trash and everything, but she really has always admired him, or at least originally. I don't know what I'll do in the fanime, because I really adore her and Roman too, but you never know. She really adored Roman, Brick. She really adored Brick, and she just didn't want him to abandon her, since everything she really loved abandoned her, except for her brother and Darren, but that was about it. She didn't want him to leave, have the possibility of leaving, so she just treated him like nothing, just to make sure that he wouldn't leave, I guess. I guess I've pretty much covered her. You can suggest whoever. I don't know, I was really thinking of doing Annalise next. But thanks for watching, and hopefully the music that I'm playing right now in the background does not affect how you heard this. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna do a AMV now, because that's what I do when I'm bored, because I can't do episodes because I'm waiting for Jenny to finish the opening. But anyways, goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you'll see Roxanne in the different light, I guess, or see her how I truly think she should be depicted. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for watching. I've said that 3 times now. I'm gonna end this now. Okay.